Michael B. Jordan, he has been casted to star in the revamp of Scarface. My main issue with it is that I don't think I can believe him as the character. I have a list of suggestions of white males I think that could still kill the movie in the revamp, and I have a few niggas, a few black gentlemen, black kings that could do it as well.
I think it should be none of them. I think it should be somebody from he was from Cuba, a Cuban, a Spanish person.
Who do you guys think? Who else did I not name?
I just had someone in my mind and I can't even remember.
Jesus.
Jesus can play anybody.
You can play anybody, bro. Don't sleep on Jesus now.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Now, did you pick him because his name is Cuba?
Yep.
Okay, listen up! This is serious business!
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
You goddamn right this is serious.
Yes! I am your man, Kevin Gordon Thomas.
You already know who it is. It's clutch time.
It's the Heartless Arliss.
Yes, and this is Serious Business. And I thought Serious Podcast, episode 13, brother. 13. Some say it's a bad.
Bro, lucky number 13.
Some say it's superstitious.
And again, I am not throwing up gang signs.
Yeah.
But you know what we should
I
have
don't know
done?
what this means, but this is not a gang sign. This was represent 13.
Yeah.
You know what we should have done? We should have skipped 13 and went straight to 14. You know how they do that in elevators and
Yeah,
shit?
do that in
There's
elevators.
no
Yeah.
So
13.
hold on.
And this is Serious Business, the Not So Serious Podcast, episode 14.
14, yes.
Yo, we're so ahead in times. We're so old Caribbean at heart. We
We're like the Simpsons. We got like the Simpsons. You know how they predicted everything that's happened to date?
Oh, shit,
we got a
true.
time machine.
Yeah.
Just so far
Yes.
ahead.
Simpsons is the real Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
The real Miss Cleo.
The real Miss Cleo. Carmen.
Because when they're doing things, they're like, everyone's like, this is stupid. Donald Trump, the president.
Yo.
What kind of dumb shit are they talking about?
Yeah, true.
Fast forward.
10 years later.
Bro, they predicted the Super Bowl outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They predicted 9/11.
They predicted the corona with the killer bees in the same episode.
Yep. Yeah. Crazy shit, bro.
Wow, boy.
Somebody needs to check
Wait,
that groaning.
Well, man. Yo, anyways, thank you for listening. We appreciate everybody rocking with us and everybody on our social media platforms, our Instagram.
Get them.
We love when people hold on. We getting there. We love when everybody we love when everybody comments, likes, and talks the ish on there, but especially on our social media platforms that we want to encourage you to follow, like, and of course share it to your homies, which is our Twitter.
Get them.
At SeriousBiz_pod. Instagram.
Get them.
At Serious Business Podcast. And make sure that you spell business BIZNES. And for our YouTube, which is
Get them.
I was waiting for that.
I was like, did he forget?
Serious Biz. Now let's
Yeah.
get to the show. Gentlemen, there's something that's been on my brain a little bit, and I want to talk about it.
Okay.
I feel like Hollywood's pandering again. Michael B. Jordan, I don't know if this is completely confirmed, but the Twitter roll was going crazy. Michael B. Jordan, if you don't know Michael B. Jordan, he was in Creed. If you don't know Michael B. Jordan, he was in Black Panther.
Yep.
He has been casted to star in the revamp of Scarface.
That's Tony Montana.
So
I don't know, man. I don't think it's a good fit, but hey,
bruh,
that's Hollywood.
So like,
Yo.
so hold on. So how would they shoot it? Because I'm pretty sure
they
everyone's
said
seen
they said he's gonna be like some type of it's gonna take place in LA. So it's gonna be one of those.
Could you imagine?
So it's like
a Brooklyn Scarface?
Are they gonna?
What?
Well, that's a good question. Are they gonna remake it like exactly how it is, or are they gonna like remake it and have like a newish story, like a different spin on it?
Bro, it has to be completely new story. Mind you, there might be he has a little sister, but yo, it's not like I don't know if like I so believed when, you know, Tony Montana was like dead set on protecting his sister, you know,
Yeah.
and even like shot a nigga for that. I don't know if in the black community them guys would really do that. Like they really have to change up the story. Would you?
Yeah, I don't see them doing it because their sister's dating somebody, but like obviously protection wise, different story. But like over guys like that, like dating somebody, it's more of like
Would a nigga be
it's more of like if you do something, then we're gonna deal with your case.
if a nigga was so up on coke, you think he would then, when he finally meet, you know, and he's at the height of his career and police are coming down on him and there's a drug deal that just went down, so you got into a drug war with your main supplier in Colombia, or I guess in this case it's going to be Jamaica. I don't know, but like, you know, and then now you see that your right hand man is been slamming your sis.
I mean,
I don't think so. Listen,
it's a lot of stress. It sounds stressful.
Dog, my main issue with it is that I don't think I can believe him as the character. Why?
It'll be not believable.
When I say not believable, name me one movie of a drug kingpin other than Kingpin from Spider-Man, a drug kingpin that was swole. I'll wait.
A drug kingpin?
A drug kingpin that was swole.
Like are we talking muscular or belly? Because Pablo Escobar's belly is swole.
No, but no. Come on. Michael B. Jordan has a superhero physique.
Yeah, but you have to remember, it's Hollywood, man. He can lose that weight for the role. That's what they do.
Nah, dog.
But
listen,
then again, there's body suits.
Bro, did you not see what
suits.
when 50 lost his weight for the role for his roles?
Who?
50 Cent. He lost he was like skinny, looked like a different person.
Yeah, but dog, I'm saying like, okay, maybe, but I don't know. I don't feel like his face would fit it perfectly there. And now, again, when I say pandering, I have a list of suggestions of white males I think that could still kill the movie and the revamp. And I have a few niggas, a few black gentlemen, black kings that could do it as well.
I think it should be none of them. I think it should be somebody from he was from Cuba, a Cuban, a Spanish person.
It doesn't matter. What do you mean, bro? Pacino got so much flack for not being Cuban. All the Cubans were saying, "Oh,
I know that.
Right, blah, blah, blah,
I get that, but I just feel like if they're gonna remake the exact story, they should just get somebody from who's Spanish. That's not that hard to do.
Fair enough,
bro. Give me some black names and some black dudes you guys think could do it, because I know the main person
could do it.
Could pull it off.
Main person. Clutch, you already said his name before.
Lorenz Tate.
Don't know who that is.
Do you know who Lorenz Tate is?
No.
You know Power?
Yeah.
You know what? Google him. Even though I was just joking. I was just joking.
Never watched Power.
You thought we were all gonna laugh?
But you guys, yeah. I was like, no, you can't do it.
Oh my God, no!
I mean, the top two that could probably pull it off is Denzel.
We all know. Of course, and
Samuel L. Jackson.
I didn't even think about Samuel.
If you really think about it, I
think Samuel's too old. I think he's just a bit too old for this role, even though Pacino did it when he was 40. And mind you, let's go back even more. What?
Let's throw a curveball. What about Jamie Foxx?
No, absolutely not. I couldn't believe it. Yo, you know who could do it? You know who could do it? And it's his time, bro. He should be getting all the roles. Idris Elba. Come on. Idris Elba?
Idris as a.
Here's the thing.
You guys are wild.
It depends. It really depends on what they're doing with the storyline.
Yeah.
If they're making a new, if they're making, I don't know. I can't see. You can't. You know what makes Tony Montana, man? Al Pacino. Yeah. And the fact that he has the accent, the walk, just everything he did with that character is what made him such an icon.
So what you're saying, the standard has been set so high.
Oh, that's
the acting. Now, mind you.
Hold on. Keanu Reeves. I think Keanu Reeves can pull off.
Okay, now we're going into okay. Now hold on. Even though everybody's saying B. Jordan wouldn't, I don't think he'd be able to pull off the character. Do you guys think he could pull off the character? I don't. But someone gave me a point. My girl gave me this good point. Heath Ledger, when he got casted, what was the last movie this guy did?
Oh yeah,
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh yeah, his movies that he's did. That one with the knight. What's it called? Whatever it's called. He was a knight.
Any movie he did that any movie that preceded Dark Knight was like, it was happy, lovey movie. So I will give him that. I'm still gonna watch it. Everybody knows they're still gonna watch it, but I just feel like they didn't cast the right person.
Hey,
now,
this is the thing.
Keanu Reeves is skinny enough for it. I think he's skinny enough.
This is the thing. If Michael B. Jordan, he's done 2 impressive roles so far.
Wait, hold on. Name the movies.
I'm just talking the last 2 movies. Creed.
You
Creed
like Creed?
Creed 2?
No, but I'm just talking about his Creed 2. I'm just talking about his role in the movie compared to what it was in Black Panther.
Right.
They're 2 opposites, right?
Right.
And if you have that kind of range as an actor, then hey, why can't he pull it off? Right? We're underestimating him.
Well, you're not. You can say
I don't think he could be in the role, but whatever. I just don't know. Like, he could come out and just be like fire, and everybody would be like, I think he can play a gangster. I think
of course he can play.
But can he play a Tony Montana gangster? Is the question,
bro. Even Terrence from 106 and Park can play a gangster. Like,
I don't know about all that.
I know. I'm wilding. Forgive me for my sins, Father. Forgive me for my sins.
Terrence J, bro.
Nah, you know who can play a gangster?
You a gangster?
AJ from 106 and Park. AJ from 106 and Park.
Even AJ, I wouldn't be able to believe it.
With the dreads? Okay, he could at least be a bodyguard. He could at least be a bodyguard.
He has that nice guy smile that
what I'm saying,
and we know AJ is AJ, so it's gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah, I know. He's definitely
this guy ain't pull it popping.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one. So you said Keanu Reeves is one, and we'll put this up as a video for all of our listeners to decide. Here's another person that I believe my number one, DiCaprio.
I was thinking that too.
Come on.
He could do it. He could definitely. DiCaprio can do anything. He
but
can do anything.
Will he win a Grammy or an Oscar for that? Whatever.
I know, right? No, but he finally won one a couple years ago. What was the movie? Was it for the Revenant one, or was for something? He won finally.
I don't think.
Was it for the Revenant?
It was for something, but I think it was for Revenant. I think so.
Anyways, think so too.
Next person. I never watched the series, but somebody brought this one up to me. John Bernthal, the guy from Punisher.
Who the hell is that?
Oh,
he played Punisher.
He was in Shot Caller. He's been in a lot of movies.
He played the Punisher. You find him?
You never seen Shot Caller? The businessman that went to jail, that turned gangster, and that guy's like, yeah, money.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
He looks like he could.
In Walking Dead too.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in Walking Dead.
Next person I'm thinking of, Mr.
Actually, you know what? He could definitely pull it off.
He looks like a Cuban.
He could pull it off. He could pull off a Scarface, a Tony Montana Scarface.
Because he always plays up that like gangster role, like that thug, like street. Like,
I never watched Punisher. But
I've watched one episode. Bro,
yo, you're clutch. You never watched Punisher? Now listen. I only watched one episode, but it got me.
Hey, I got that Netflix, man.
All right, yeah, I feel you. Okay, next, Mr. Hardy, Tom Hardy.
Ooh.
I was gonna say Tom Hardy, but it's
the British guy that played Venom.
Bro, Tom Hardy. Did you just see? He just did a movie on YouTube. Of it's actually Scarface was his nickname. Is the guy's nickname? Al Capone.
What's the movie called?
Al Capone. It's called Capone. It just came out.
Okay. I did hear about that. Okay. All right.
Bro, I was like, what? He played Capone. Now I have to watch that movie.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, watch it. Okay.
I love Tom Hardy. It just came out.
This person, now these two are wild cards. Okay. Actually, there's one. This one actually is my number one, but I wanted to leave it till last. Okay. But I'll leave that one till last. Hold on. The next person, RDJ, Robert Downey Jr.
No.
You think he's too? No. You think he's too family now?
No. Yeah, he's too that Marvel superhero type shit.
But he died.
I know, but
so
that's just what
you're trying to say. He got reincarnated as a gangster.
I don't know if he could pull it off, bro.
The person.
I don't know.
This is my true number one. To me, this man is the greatest actor of all time. He hit the way because Denzel is an amazing actor, but you see Denzel, you're never going to see Denzel in a straight comedy. That's not Denzel's character,
Mhm.
right? This gentleman, Mr. Johnny Depp, bro. Come on. Scarface.
Well,
Johnny Depp.
he's
Dude, he
very
could be
versatile. He is very,
very
versatile.
versatile, bro.
He's very. He
He
can play the
is.
point.
Dude,
He can play the 2.
Dude.
He can play the 3. He can play
Throw him
the
in the
4.
center, bro.
bro,
Throw him in the
Johnny
5.
Brasco and Mad Hatter. Those are completely different characters. There's nothing
Yeah.
that you know what I mean? Like that they have
Yeah.
a similarity towards.
100%. Johnny Depp could do it. I
So-
believe in Johnny Depp.
Yeah. But yeah.
Who do you guys think? Who else did I not name?
I just had someone in my mind and now I can't even remember.
Jesus.
Jesus can play anybody.
You can play anybody, bro. Don't sleep on Jesus now.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Now,
Maybe-
did you
maybe-
pick him
hold on,
because his
hold on.
name is Cuba?
Yep. How'd you know?
I don't know.
Oh God.
That was so stupid.
But I mean, but Cuba, he's played a gangster
Maybe.
gangster role. What was it?
In American Gangster.
Yeah. So I mean, he was kind of
The name
He was
just
kind of like
fits.
he was kind of quick in that character. He wasn't like any like a very scary, commanding type guy.
who did he play again?
Maybe
What was
his
that
son
guy's
could do
name?
it. Maybe his son from Smart Guy. Was that his
Maybe.
brother? Is that his brother or his son?
I think it's son.
No, I think his brother. Mo Tibbs? No, it's his brother. It's his
His brother?
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah, Tibbs is his bro.
Mo Tibbs, yeah, Mo.
But-
Bro,
but
Disney needs to
Cuba
revamp
was-
that with like new kids. Get some new kids and revamp Smart Guy. I think that deserves a revamp.
Who are they?
Dude, that
Okay,
thing
hold on.
is dead.
If they were
That's
to
dead.
revamp Smart Guy,
Now we're talking about
who'd you
revamp.
pick? Who would you pick?
A revamp of Smart Guy.
Who would
as
be
a kid?
T.J. Henderson? Who would be the dad? Who would be the sister? Who would be the brother? And who would be Mo?
Man, I need to prepare for that one.
Yeah, I'd have to do some. I'd have to see like who could fit that role, those roles.
The one. I
Because
don't
for
know.
sure, the brother or Mo, I would pick DC McFly
Oh, it has to be. Yeah.
for one of those roles. For one, the girl,
Mhm.
the sister, Tamara, whatever her name was, I would
Yeah.
have to pick. Just because this new Instagram with Wild now, B Simone, I would just throw her in the mix.
So you're saying the whole Wild 'N Out cast is gonna get a spot on the show?
The whole Wild 'N Out cast.
Not the whole Wild 'N Out cast.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go the whole Wild 'N Out cast. T.J. Henderson conceded. Okay, that was kind of rude, but because he's short.
Okay.
Nah, I'm lying.
Okay.
I can't disrespect conceded because say what you want. Nobody knows the real conceded from URL grind time.
Ooh, that's a way back.
You know what I'm saying?
Were you even born when that was around?
Man, we used to watch the videos at the same time. Shut up. Bro. Yo, you watch that conceded versus Arsenal? Yo, what? Listen, fellas. Okay. Clash, there's something I know you wanted to bring up. I don't really know if I want to talk about it though, man.
Why not?
What's
Talk
his
about
name?
it. Talk about it.
Go ahead, bring it up, man, because this fool. This little dum dum.
What are we talking about? I don't even know now.
What's his name? Juba is the song?
Gooba?
I'm messing up the name on purpose.
Gooba.
I'm messing up the name on purpose.
Takaki.
So, Takashi snitch. Bukaki snitch 9.
Bukaki Snitch 9.
Say what you want, bro. Listen,
Okay.
I'm
So, for the record, I have never, ever listened to a Takashi 6ix9ine track. Ever.
Ever?
Ever. I've never listened
Okay.
to him. People
Ever,
talk
ever?
about... Ever?
ever.
Forever. Never. I've never listened to a Takashi 6ix9ine track. So recently I was watching a reaction video to his new song because I'm not clicking the video to give him that like.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're not hurting him, bro. Out of like the 148 million people.
Everybody
What?
needs to hurt this guy.
the
Yeah.
beat slaps.
The beat is
The
disgusting.
beat does suck.
I listen to that in my car.
The beat is disgusting. You can't lie.
I'm driving around Brampton, windows down, blasting that just because I know the beat is crazy and I know in my car it sounds stupid.
Beat's dirty, yeah.
But I just cannot. I would listen to one, two of his songs. I didn't really like him all that much, but he had 1-2 songs, and most of his beats are crazy that he picks, anyways.
It's true.
So
Murder on the Beat, like you can't diss Murder on the Beat because he might have hopped on it. Like
I just cannot support this guy, bro. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Listen, man.
We're in an age where it don't matter, whatever. Like, yo, I'm not even from the streets, but Meek Mill said it in his old school, because Meek Mill posted, because now they're like fake beefing, like all this Twitter beef. Like, nobody believes
publicity and hype, you know.
Yeah. So
because you know, Meek Mill's gonna drop a mixtape just now for the summer. What, Dream Chasers?
Yep. So Meek,
five.
One of those two.
Meek dropped a video of him in his old school days when he had those dirty braids. Meek
what are those doo-doo plaits?
Yeah,
doo-doo plaits, doo-doo braids.
So the doo-doo braids. And he said, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Do the crime.
Yo.
Morals, man. There's morals, man.
Listen, you're trying to argue. His argument was the fact that what I was loyal to them. Where was the loyalty for them towards me? The first thing he said, these are the three things he said. He said, y'all slammed my baby moms, you robbed me, and you tried to kill me, whatever.
Well, they didn't rob him. They kidnapped him. They kidnapped him and they beat him up. And they hold on. Where does so are you trying to say that your baby mama got raped? Because last time I heard, consent is a big thing nowadays. So you're saying your baby mama was how they weren't loyal to you? How was
realistically they should have been trying to deal with his baby moms anyways,
but it's only, bro, some old school G's will say don't go after the chick, go, or what do they say? Is it, or don't go after the pimp, check the chick? Or either way, it doesn't even matter.
You check your girl.
But either, like, you're getting mad at these guys for what? Now, the whole robbing thing or whatever, you're among thieves. You're among people who steal and rob. Bro,
and
pirates.
The same shit.
You're running with pirates. You're running with cowboys. Cowboys steal from one another. Pirates steal from one another. Like, that's the life you ask for.
Same shit. Yep. That's the thing. You can't jump into there and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get off scot. This guy ordered a hit.
You were ordering hits,
and you got off basically scot-free. What, a couple months? Like, the fuck, man? And that's the thing.
The beat is, and like he knows how to make a record. You cannot deny that.
I don't know
how to make a record.
I mean,
come on, you can't diss.
But there's no way he could have not had a big comeback now. He would have had a big, everybody was going to check for him no matter what. That was going to
not after 25 years.
No, they're going to give him 47.
Only 47.
No, but I'm talking about,
well,
after he snitched, he was going to have a big comeback no matter what. Yeah. I'm not talking about like if you would have got those. If you would have got those years, it would have been done.
Because a real G is Max B.
He took the time, man.
He took the time. Max B, Big Avell.
But listen, he's in that life. If
that's what I mean, though, right? You're taking two people that are in that lifestyle and on two different spectrums, right?
Right. If I listen, listen, I'm not a street nigga. If I see something, I'm a civilian.
Yeah.
And pure street niggas say that all the time. If you watch anything, any YouTube clip, podcast, or whatever, all these street niggas say, if you are not in the street life and you see a murder, well, nobody's coming after you. Nobody's calling you a snitch. You're a civilian.
Yeah.
You're a witness.
That's not ratting. Ratting is you guys go do it together. You do it together. You're in there and on your own boys. Like, you're all in there together. And then you're just like, listen, yo, we caught you on video. Listen, him, her, him,
This is where he lives.
Cardi
B, and then let's bring it up. And he's bringing it, bro. I didn't want to talk about this. And even like bringing up Cardi B. What does Cardi B have to do with this?
You're bringing up next people. You're bringing up names that aren't involved. Like, okay, if you're affiliated with whatever, but don't bring in other names that weren't involved in whatever you're doing.
Yeah, he put people behind bars.
I'm gonna timestamp this on YouTube to just be like, I'm gonna timestamp this whole conversation. Just please, everybody, skip it because we're talking about.
I mean, it's a big thing though.
It needs to be brought up. It needs to be brought up. Like
it does need to be brought up. I know. I'm just
because because you know, like we've all, like you said, like you're not that street life. I've lived and grew up in an area where I've kind of had to you mind your business type thing. You know what I mean? Like the area is so small. You mind your business, civilian or not. You mind your business because you're in such an enclosed area.
Yeah.
You know, so like you said, if you can't do the crime, don't do the. You know what I mean?
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Don't be claiming this, claiming that, and then when shit hits the fan or when shit becomes real, you're So it was John Smith. He lives at 123 ABC.
Yo, but Bernie Mac, bro, everybody, and I remember Bernie Mac's most popular joke when he was like, I ain't scared of you mother effers, and he was talking about his wife and a bunch of other things. One of his most popular skits, and at the end, his last bit was talking about how I am not going to jail for none of you fools. If the judge, if I'm in the court and the judge asked me, he started jumping on stage, pointing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're not from that life, he's got to do right. You know, I didn't mean to make it rhyme, but whatever.
Morals, man.
Morals. It's the truth. Like, don't be preaching. So don't be false claiming. Don't be false claiming.
And then for sure, and he's exploiting the music. Talking about pop, get bro. Come on,
I actually listened to the lyrics and watched the video. Not even watched the video. I didn't know that he did that rap to himself. I thought people edited that on him. He did that to himself. He's embracing.
That's
he's
publicity.
Like his.
That's
the
publicity.
lyric says, "I ratted and still came home to a big bag."
Yeah.
I don't like that, man. You can't promote this shit. And then his songs are gangs. He's talking about shooting up people. Like,
well, okay, all right. So you know what? I want to end this on a good note, where, Will Smith recently came out with a next track. Did you guys hear it?
Oh, the Joyner Lucas remix.
Lucas, bro.
I did not check it out. How was it?
I heard on Instagram.
Listen,
he spit facts. Will Smith spit some facts there.
I don't expect any bars from Will Smith. I never have. I've never expected any like, oh Snoop, like yo, you did. But this song, he's always been Will Smith. He's real. He's just being straight up, bro. The way he's so nostalgic, talking about people who've inspired him throughout the years. Yep. Ali, bringing up Irving.
Yep.
He's obviously talking
Nelson
about
Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. He's obviously talking about James Avery, who's Uncle Phil, for those who don't know, from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air show.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Fresh Prince?
Now this is a story.
No. We don't even have to do that. If you don't know who Fresh Prince is, just press stop and delete and just unfollow.
You need to if you don't know who or what Fresh Prince is, you need to reevaluate your
life.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
You know, you always see those memes where it's like, oh, if you don't know about this, no, not even that. If you don't know this, you're too young for me.
If you don't know the
yep, you're not the right one for me.
That's it.
You don't know that, you're not the right one for me.
You're not the right one for me. Listen, fellas. When you are changing jobs, do you need to give the new company your everything? Is it truly worth it?
Well, it's funny you bring that up because I'm going into that transition now, and
you're into that transition.
Yep, going into that switching over, and
right.
It all depends on the vibe that you get from the company first. Like you need to kind of feel it out, see what the people of them are like. So,
at the new place or at the old place?
At the new place, because like at your old place,
you changed. You're not working there anymore.
But you.
Well, no, because like obviously at the old place, it was a new thing, So, you want to show them like, hey, like you're punctual, you're a hard worker, right? But then again, they take advantage.
They do.
They take advantage. And then when you start telling them, you know what, like I can't do it this day, or you know what, I can't do this, then you start, you know what, next. So it's like, do you really give them your all? It's like a relationship. Do you
when you start a new place?
Do you undervalue your employer?
I think most people overvalue their employer when they go in.
Yeah, of course you do. Especially when you get to a job you love.
Yeah.
Like if it's a place where, I don't know, it depends. Because if you really love where you're going into, like if you know.
But then that's not
like
a job though. But that's not a job. If you love what you do, that's not a job.
Yeah, but yes, I know. That's like the big cliche saying nowadays, but it's still like, still a job. You still have to, if you're not getting paid.
Hobby.
If you're not getting paid, you're not getting laid.
But like, so when you start a new job, like a new company, you guys are like full force.
Of course.
I got everything. 100%.
You have to be.
Foot on the gas.
Dude, Shannon Sharp posted a picture. It's a meme. The first picture, the caption reads, before you at the job interview versus when you actually get the job.
Yeah.
And the picture, it's a comparison of him dressed up real nice.
Like you.
And then the other photo is him in a do-rag pouring some Henny in a cup with a cigar in his mouth. So
my nigga.
Dude, and I actually it's funny because I actually recreated that picture at my work. There was a picture of me when I literally first started, and then when I started going on the road, I came in and I had a do-rag and I had my hat on. I'm like, yo, I'm Shannon Sharpen today.
Yeah, I never go 100% full force in the beginning.
90%? Or do you go, hold on, or do you go the famous 75-25?
Damn right.
Hey.
I do 75%. True to the 75-25 rule. I do 75%.
What? Hold on, explain this to me.
You don't know about the 75? Hold on. You don't know the 75?
We'll do that on a later episode, on a late night episode. You know what I'm saying? That's but yeah, it's a 75-25% rule. It's an unplugged thing. So, but I always do like 75%, I kind of feel it out, I don't want to go in full force and okay, I'll give you an example. Yeah. I always go to where I know I can do more so that when they say you're not doing enough, I can be like, okay, and then I can do some more. And it's easy to do more, you know what I mean? It's hard to go 100% and then they'd be like, that's not enough. And then you have to be like, oh shit, now I got to do 150%. So at my work now, there's this guy, he does like basically the same as me, but he hasn't been doing welding as long as I have, right? So he doesn't know some things, but he comes in and he's full force. He full forces sometimes. He's been there like a little under a year now.
Yeah.
So he full forces sometimes. Like he'll have his days. One day he'll be like, boom. Next day he'll be doing nothing. I tell him, I'd be like, yo, you find a constant thing and you do it. You set your expectation to what they expect from you, right? And then you meet all your job. You do your job properly. And you do it right, and you don't hold anybody back. And that's what they'll expect for you to be like, this guy's a good worker, and do something you can do consistently. Because this up and down shit is not going to work for you, because one day could be slow and you're doing shit very fast. And then when shit really matters and everything's on like deadlines, you're going to be like, oh shit, I have no more gas. I can't put the pedal down no more.
Yeah. I have actually something for that. So I was with this company.
Is it cocaine? Oh, I thought you said you had something for that. Sorry. Sorry.
Only the herb, sir. Only the herb.
Only the herbal essence.
So within a year working there, I got 5 raises.
God damn.
Right? Like they move me.
What they start you off at? $8? What's what?
No, they basically started me out as like the grunt worker, and then like moving into different positions in the company.
Of course, yeah.
So like then I was in the office.
Yeah.
And then, politics, whatever, really happened, back on road. And then the big boss goes on vacation. He has no one in the office. So who you gonna call?
You.
No, I'm actually just like
Ghostbusters. Lucky guy.
No, I was trying to make it like work instead of saying Ghostbusters, like Clutch. time. I don't know. But anyways,
It's clutch time.
it's clutch time. There we go.
Yeah, they're like,
And then
oh yeah,
there's
we
the
know.
flash on the screen,
Call right now.
like
Swipe
the Batman thing.
You know, Eddie Murphy was supposed to be a Ghostbuster,
Was he?
Really?
but you know what he did? You know what he did instead?
What?
Clumps?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Thank God. I love Beverly Hills Cop.
He said
Yeah.
he was gonna. They wanted him. He said, "What's the main actor's name?"
Eddie Murphy.
No, in Ghostbusters, man.
Oh, I don't know. What's his
Anyway, he
name?
said he called him, but he's like, "Yo, I'm busy, man. I'm about to do this, this Beverly Hills thing, bro. I can't do
Turned
it."
out to be a trilogy.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but that goes into like what that is. You know, they get into that pickle and then they need you. Like all of a sudden you become the come. Like we need your help. We need your help.
Yeah, we're buddies.
Yeah, we're buddies. Yeah, you're my guy. You're the fit. Lions boss is you. You're the face of the company. You're my best worker. I have nobody else.
Yeah,
You're the only guy I can rely on. That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
And you're not gonna not do it, right? But
Hooked.
But I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta be like, no soup for you.
man, I worked at this one place before, and they were like, I remember they were like, oh, we were working, everything was slow, and they're like, Brian, you gotta slow down, because I was doing my consistent thing. You gotta slow down. I'm like, oh, okay. So I slow down, meet the hours of the job and whatever, and then next thing you know, like, Brian, you need to hurry up. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, okay, what's going on? So then I hurry up, we're working too fast. Next supervisor comes by, yo, you're working so fast. Like, come on, relax. I'm just like, what the hell's going on? So I slow down. Come time for review, they go, I don't think they were talking too much. They go, oh, well, you know what? You work too slow. And I'm just like, what? He's like, so your raise is going to reflect that. I'm like, okay. So then I left. And then when I got my raise, it was freaking higher than most people. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? Most people weren't talking to each other, and they're just trying to do what they got to do to get the jobs done. They want you to slow down so the supervisor doesn't have to give you more work. And when they have a whole bunch of work, to be like, oh yeah, you need to hurry up. They just switched it up. And then the people in the office, don't know what's going on. They're like, oh, this is Brian. I like this guy. Well, I'm cocky taking. Give him big raise. Yeah. But yeah, the politics is just all messed up, man. That's why, I just do what I just
75.
do something 75% constant. When shit gets rough, I'll turn it up to an 80, 85. If you really need that crunch time, I'll give you the 95. I'll give you the 95 if you need that crunch
the 95
time.
octane? Jeez.
The octane, bro.
When I used to work in doing like live TV stuff, you have to give your 100, bro. Have to. Because when the show's over, that's when you could just like, you're like, chill, boom, boom, boom. But then when it's like, okay, take camera 1, take camera 2. Okay, girls, start talking about this. Okay, boom, boom. Oh, yo, bring up the replay. Okay, run the replay. Like, you have to you have to be 100%.
Okay, but here's
man.
So here's
that
thing.
That 100 needs to be everybody else's 100. It needs to be your 75. You need to be like, yeah, I could do this easy. 75%. And then when shit's even crazier, then you go to 100. But your 80 needs to be, or your 75 needs to be everybody else's 100. But it has to be sustainable.
Right.
And like there's obviously ways you can do a job without just brute forcing it.
Okay.
Like,
but now the question is, what if somebody's actually better than you at the job? So let's say everybody else around you is better. So their 100 is your 130.
Oof, then you're fucked,
right?
Well, if their 100 is your 130, then you need to figure out what are they doing that you're not doing, or what are they not doing that you're doing. Because they could be doing 100% and you could be doing double the work.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Like,
so it's crazy. Like you'll see. That's why in some jobs it's hard to work with a partner, because, like you said, their 100 could be your 130. You're working, and they're like, yo, slow down.
Yeah,
and they're like, what do you mean? I'm not even going that fast.
Yeah,
absolutely. Right? So like that guy was just talking about at work. He's like, his 100 is definitely my 60. Absolutely. His 100 is my 60. No doubt in my mind. He tells me all the time to slow down. He's like, slow down, you're working too fast. And I'm like, bro, I'm going slow. I'm telling you, everything right now at work, it's not busy, but it's not slow, but you have enough time.
It's steady.
Like
it's just like this right now.
I have a job that's 40 something hours to complete, and I'm doing it in 20. But that's my 60 right now, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm chilling.
If you went 75, you'd be done on Monday.
Absolutely, and that's because I've done that specific job enough to know the shortcuts you need to take, the way you got to move, and the best efficient way to do something, rather than busting my ass.
Work smarter, not harder.
You see him, he'll bust his ass, he'll do all this shit, and sometimes
so
I
then,
try to just be like, yo.
So then,
just do this.
So then the whole work smarter, not harder thing, I guess, could play into retrospect with the 130, 100%. What if they're working smarter and they're only using 100%, and you're working harder using 130%?
Then you're gonna get tired first, and they're gonna keep going. You gotta work smarter, not harder. Is definitely a cliche.
Mantra.
It's a cliche mantra, but it's so true. Work smarter, not harder.
I don't think it's cliche at all, bro. I think it should be your mantra, like especially when you do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
at all. But
yeah, because the only at some point, brute force speed will only get you so far. You know,
that's true.
You can, for example, wrapping up an XLR cable. You can wrap up an XLR cable as fast, but if somebody has a better technique than you, and and you turn around and he's done, you'd be like, you're sweating, and he's just like, that's 2, 3, 4.
He's already put it in the bag. You're still wrapping your first one.
You're still wrapping. Like, how do I do this?
Listen, I want to run into. Let's take a little break. Let's go into something, a little bit of a game. We're gonna post this again for all of our listeners. Make sure that you continue to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Our Twitter @SeriousBiz_pod, our Instagram @SeriousBiznessPodcast. Make sure that you spell business, BIZNESS. Our YouTube, share, subscribe, like, thumbs up, all that great stuff, which is Serious Biz. Yo.
And hold on. If you want to hit us up on a personal level, follow our personal Twitters. Mine is @It'sClutchTime.
Mine is at the Arliss for sure. I think maybe is it? Yeah, probably.
When I operate through Twitter, I operate through the Twitter
Serious Business
@SeriousBiz_pod. So,
well, you will find us tagged in our own tweets very shortly,
or Instagram stuff like that,
And
but
Instagram.
Listen, everybody,
and don't forget to email us on Serious Business. I know.
So
wait, there's more.
Shut up. That's stupid. So everybody has been going crazy over these it's big boy competitions. There are all these versus competitions that everybody's putting up, or they're putting up legends versus legends and rookies versus legends sometimes, which you want to scratch your head sometimes. WizKid versus Vybz Kartel. But I digress. The recent one that everybody was going nuts over was Ludacris versus Nelly. Everybody was going nuts over. I didn't listen to it the way I listened to the Vybz Kartel and WizKid one. But I would assume, I think, Arliss, you said you watched it, a bit of it?
I watched some of it.
How was it? Comments, questions?
It was all right. I think
Who got bodied?
I don't know about bodied, but I think I would give it to Luda, because he just kept giving out hits. Now, Nelly, he has like
not even that.
Like a
Southern
wider ranging.
You're picking Saturday, Southern Hospitality. Cadillac grills. Check out the oils by Cadillac grills.
Get out the way, bitch. Get out. Yo,
bro, get out the way. That's it already, bro. You know, people started fighting in clubs just because of that.
Oh no, the fight's out. I'm about to punch yo.
Lights
out. Jeez, man. It looking like a midget. It's hanging from my necklace.
Splow. Like what? He was the original Migos.
Yes.
With the ad libs, he was the original Migos.
No, he didn't have ad
libs. He
he wasn't ad libs. Those were his lyrics in the song. Like ad libs are just like
after. No, but that's what I mean though. Like he was so lyrically inclined. He was able to throw the ad libs into his verse.
You know who was like that as well? Busta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which leads me to this next question. Because there's been another big one was Chris Brown versus Usher, which that's tough, man. But
I don't think they actually did it, but they were saying
I would give
they didn't actually do it. Who do you guys
give it to? I probably
Usher, Chris Brown.
I'd probably give it to. It's tough because look,
bro, that's hard, man.
Listen. Chris Brown is the spawn of Usher, but Chris Brown, bro, he keeps coming with the hits. He hasn't stopped yet. You know, but Usher has certain songs where it's like, man.
Yep.
You know, it's different. It's different when you take from two different times because one is still producing, whereas the other is obviously, you know, not doing as much anymore. So it's tough when, you know, next week Chris Brown could probably drop a track that has half the year. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Usher, you just think to, you know, those tracks that he had for half a year, but that was 10 years ago. So my next question is, let's make up some verses that we could post and let's discuss it a bit.
Ooh.
I just thought of one. I just thought of this.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott versus Busta Bus. Or is that one fair? Now, because I'm sticking with the old school generation. We can okay.
Missy
so let's go.
Elliott
So let's go.
versus
Okay, no. Skip that. Stop. Missy Elliott. Ooh, Missy Elliott versus Cardi B.
Missy Elliott.
Missy.
What? But Cardi.
She has hits. She has hits.
No. Okay, let's think. Okay, let's think of a word.
Okay, hold on. So
Cardi bangs.
And wait. We're talking about who has more hits. Okay, well, we'll do more hits. Who has the more?
Missy had Timberland.
No, but
remember, Missy had Timberland.
That's how all the verses are going though. They go on live and they play their hit songs versus each other. So we have to do the same parameters.
Okay.
So who would
Missy?
Cardi B just doesn't have that much of a catalog yet.
Then you gotta go. But I don't think that's fair. Missy Elliott versus Bruno Mars. Bruno has them.
I was honestly gonna say something like The Weeknd versus Bruno Mars.
No,
yeah.
Okay.
They have like pretty much. They came out around the same time.
Hold on.
Okay, so hold on. Can we agree that's one?
Everything they do, they have hits. Okay, we'll agree that's one.
Okay, so Bruno Mars
versus The Weeknd.
And The Weeknd.
No, Bruno Mars and The Weeknd.
Hold on. Wait, what?
Yeah, Bruno Mars and The Weeknd.
Bruno Mars and The Weeknd.
Yeah.
So our versus is gonna be new school versus old school.
Not necessarily. It could be whatever we want.
Okay.
So one is Bruno Mars versus Weeknd. Now hold on. Pause.
I got a good one.
Okay, go ahead.
Busta Rhymes versus Drake.
No, absolutely. Come on, man. That's unfair. Don't do that. Don't do that to Busta.
Don't
do that to Busta. Come on.
Don't do that to Busta.
Hold on.
Here's a good one for that.
Look what you just did. Drake has more hits than the Beatles, and you're gonna put him against Busta? That's disrespectful.
Here's a question.
We have a lot of old school listeners.
Who could you put up with Drake?
Jesus. You know how many Bibles Jesus has? You know how many Bibles?
Clutch, are you trying to tell us something on Serious Business?
He has verses, bro. He has verses.
Clutch brought us Jesus twice now, bro.
He has
Jesus
verses.
has verses. Drake. Who would go up against Drake? Who could you put up against Drake?
I don't even think you could put, because look, if we're going to talk about hits, not your favorite song, I would then say and argue he would still beat Michael Jackson. Because if you really think about it, what other albums has Michael had that were as like polar, like that made such a splash in the industry? Other than Thriller.
But Michael Jackson
Other than Thriller.
He had an album full of hits. You know?
Yes, he did. But Drake has albums that still have many hits on them. I think that's a piss off post. You know those posts you do to piss people off. That's a piss off post. Some like can we put that one as one or as like a possible one? Drake versus Jackson, but like the King of Pop.
How about
you got to even think about Jackson 5 too.
How about Drake versus Jay-Z?
Okay, if we're gonna stick with the rap game, because
I was just picking somebody.
Michael's straight singing.
He is, but Drake versus Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z's had freaking what? 12 albums, 11
Drake
albums.
Versus Vybz Kartel.
Stop it, Clutch.
Drake versus Jay-Z, I think would be a good match, or Drake versus Kanye. You know, if you did hits for hits and they were playing songs back to back, Drake versus Kanye.
Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna write that down. Ooh, Drake
versus Kanye.
Ooh, maybe we should.
Hold on.
Kanye has hits.
Hold on. Are we talking Kanye now or Kanye before?
Come on, Clutch. What are you doing?
Any hits?
Clutch,
any hits that Kanye has?
Two. First you said Busta Rhymes, and now you're saying Kanye now.
I'm just doing it to piss you off.
Listen, we're gonna do Drake's latest. We're gonna do Tootsie Slide versus Kanye's latest
gospel album. The gospel album?
Kanye's gospel album.
All right, so we need one more.
Shoot.
Who else could it be?
Los versus Cassidy.
Well, Loso has way more hits than Cassidy.
No, not Loso. Los.
Oh. There's not going to be a good hit comparison because Los don't even have a hit.
No. This one, we have to go group. So we can go Wu-Tang versus Migos.
Or A Tribe Called Quest versus Migos.
No, that's not that's not fair. That's not fair. That's fair. Because to this day, MATHO, like there's certain Wu-Tang songs that have stood the test of time.
A lot of Wu-Tang songs, man. Gravel Pit,
right,
bro? Okay.
Let's pick a different group.
This might be unfair. Outkast versus Migos.
Hold on.
Okay,
let's have a three-way death match for a group.
Okay.
Let's have a three-way death match.
Who would the three-way death match be?
Oh, shit. You see my chair just.
Who would be the third? Migos, Outkast, and then we need another contender.
And when I say Wu-Tang, I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, that's the three. Wu-Tang, Outkast, and Migos.
Do Wu-Tang.
Hold on.
You could do
biggest groups.
Or are we trying to have a quads?
UGK. You could do UGK.
UGK, Migos, Outkast, and Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Nah, hold on.
Four-way figure lock.
Okay, Clutch. Yo, I don't know where you're coming up with these, bro.
You never watched WWE? What do you mean?
I thought you're gonna say four-way scissor lock.
Mobb Deep.
Who else? What big
bro? The Fugees. They had one album.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Back up. What about these people? Now you still have to rate them.
What do you mean these?
You still have to rate them. Black Eyed Peas, dog. Come on. Black Eyed Peas.
They have hits.
They weren't like hip hop.
They were like.
Where is the love?
When keeps running.
Okay.
Watch this now. Watch this.
Okay.
We're gonna do. Okay, watch this. Look what we're gonna do.
I was gonna say G Unit.
Ooh.
G Unit.
Nah, but Lloyd didn't have hits.
But their group,
watch this. Watch what we're gonna do. This is what I'm gonna say. We have two singles right now. We're gonna do two groups, right? So we're gonna have four of them all together. So this one right now, we're just gonna do one group versus another group. Then we're gonna do one more, and that one, I'll announce when we get there. So let's just figure this one out first. So,
all right.
So we have a possible Wu-Tang. We have a possible Outkast, a possible G Unit, which I don't think
Nah,
It was 50, bro. It's 50
Take
holding
the
the whole
unit
thing.
out.
It's 50
Yeah,
holding
but
the whole thing.
Yeah,
That's like saying Dreamville, but it's Cole running the whole thing right now.
Yeah, but they had a G Unit out. I mean, I guess Dreamville had an album. All right, take G Unit out.
I got one. Shout out to the ladies. Josie and the Pussycats versus Spice Girls.
Okay, no, so that's the no. That's the other group I was gonna say is boy bands or boy girls. Now, then you have to say Backstreet Boys versus
S Club 7.
Nah, man, they had one track. Okay, no. This is it right here. This is it. Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC.
Bro,
the iconic boy band battle to settle all boy band battles.
Backstreet Boys versus Justin Timberlake versus Kevin.
It's gonna be, man.
Bro, it has to be NSYNC, man. It has to be.
Oh, come on, Arliss. No, you're tripping.
Nick Lachey with his 98 degrees.
Arliss, you're tripping.
Arliss is picking Nick Lachey with his 98 degrees. That's the album you guys pick.
From his Love Blind.
You know what really made me say NSYNC is that now Justin Timberlake has solidified himself in this game.
And he's actually on my list of people who are allowed, white guys who are allowed to say the N-word. I wouldn't be mad.
He can.
There's a list. I have a list of white gentlemen who were, if they said nigga, I would not be upset at all. And I don't think anybody could be upset.
And Justin Timberlake's on it?
Of course. Now, hold on. Let's get back
to wait. Quickly. Do you know Too Hot to Handle did the reunion episode?
What?
Oh, shit. Did they?
Yeah, it just came out. We just watched it yesterday.
Well, I just seen on Instagram, too, Harry and...
They broke up?
No, they're still together.
Are they still together?
Yo, they said on the reunion episode that they broke up for like a few months. He came to Vancouver and visit her family, and then she went to Australia, and then they decided to take a break, and then he moved to LA, and now they're back together.
That brings up a question.
He wants to move to LA now.
That brings up a question, but we got to finish.
And they were looking at rings. Yeah.
That brings up a question I want to ask, but
Illuminati's right.
We got to finish this. So we have do we want to come back to this, or do you just want to
finish it off?
Okay. So we have Bruno Mars versus The Weeknd. That's one. Drake versus Kanye is two. Groups. Boy bands. We're gonna have Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC, and we all know Backstreet Boys is taking it. I don't know what Arliss is sniffing.
Okay.
And girl bands.
Hold
on. Or we can do a trifecta. S Club 7, Britney Spears, or Christina Aguilera.
I would do Britney Spears versus Christina Aguilera, but Christina Aguilera would take it because she can sing. Britney Spears cannot sing. Bro.
It doesn't matter. Clutch,
I know it doesn't matter, but Britney Spears.
When you go to a Britney Spears concert, you're not like, oh, she lip singing. No, you're saying, oops, I didn't like it.
And then you're staying quiet for the rest. Then you're staying quiet for the rest of the show.
And all the pervert guys are waiting for like a nip slip and like a wardrobe malfunction kind of thing, right? But like you're just vibing. Christina, no, you're not worried about that.
Christina Aguilera, bro.
Hold on,
man. Come on, bro.
Christina Aguilera versus Adele.
Adele, come on, man, stop it. Okay, then no, because no, because then you should do Alicia Keys versus Adele because they're the same type of soul.
Alicia Keys versus Adele. Put that on the list. Put that on the list as the final one. Alicia Keys versus Adele. Honestly,
bro, we don't have a group though. We don't have like a hip hop.
Fuck the group. We'll just do it with this. That's fine.
Listen, so when you guys are talking about and we'll post that, of course. I'll just recap them quickly. What do you think? Really quickly, you guys name your answers. I'm gonna give you guys 2 seconds. Bruno Mars versus Weeknd. Arliss.
Jesus. I'm gonna go with
like Bruno Mars.
I'm gonna go with Bruno Mars.
I like Bruno Mars more.
It's not about it's who would have the most hits.
Oh shoot, it's Bruno Mars, I think.
Yeah, probably.
And I like Bruno Mars more. So next, Drake versus Kanye.
Drake will wash Kanye in a hits battle, man. The thing is, they have a lot of hits. But Drake has more hits. And when Drake pulls out the tracks from back in the day,
he's
gonna be like, he can play. This is the thing. Drake can play his hits from the past 2 years and then still go back 3 years and have hits and go back 5 years and have hits. Kanye West has nothing in the past 3 years, bro. That's the shit, man.
True. You really can only flutter between Dark Fantasy, Late Registration, Graduation, College Dropout, which I'm trying to say. I mean, he has bare hits, stupid. That's why Kanye would win. Next, Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC. Backstreet Boys. If you're sniffing coke, you'll say the other one. If you're smoking crack, you'll say NSYNC.
NSYNC, bro.
Alicia Keys versus Adele.
Alicia Keys.
I might have to say Adele, bro.
Keys open doors.
Keys open doors. Keys open doors.
Bricks open windows.
We could have put clips in a group rap battle, you know.
From one song?
They have lots of songs, bro.
Give me another song right now. Name another song by the Clips that you know.
And what happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
No, that's right. Yeah, true. That's true. Don't say grinding. Don't say grinding. Everybody knows grinding.
No, the other track where it's on the same album as Grinding. You know the track Clutch where they were in the car. Fuck. Now I'm gonna search it and tell you.
While we wait, we want to let you know, give you a word from our sponsors.
When was the last time Mr. Me Too?
When was the last time, bro? Are you sure? Are you sure that's Clips?
Damn.
Clutch. Hold on. Yeah. When was the last time? That sounds like a Luther Vandross song.
No. When was the last time? Move something, get something. Yo, you just don't know. That's why. You just don't know, bro.
You guys do that BET 3 a.m.
Hey, honey, come over, bro. Come over. I got something to tell you. That's what it is.
Yo, all right. When you were talking about,
which is why Kanye West had to get Pusha T to write songs for him, because he ain't got shit. He had to get Pusha T from Clips to get him some tunes.
Like we all don't know. Listen, nowadays, if you have a ghostwriter, it doesn't matter anymore. We all know
it's not about that. It's not about that. But you had to get a legitimate, certified lyrical master in Pusha T to come write some tunes for you. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but how many people are in Drake's camp writing for him? What are you talking about?
Honestly, I don't think anybody writes for him. I think people write songs as a collaborative thing, but Drake has had hits before he became famous. So you think he had the money to afford ghostwriters before? What
do you mean? Yeah, but how do you know? How do you know? No. But you don't think he has homies from day one? And there's nothing wrong with being a ghostwriter, bro.
No, I'm not saying this.
Right, not even ghostwriter, but just a co-writer. He has his brethren. You've seen his one boy in all of the music videos from the beginning. You don't think he's writing bare things for him?
I mean, they're probably helping, but in terms of writing, there's only so much you can do, man.
Listen, when you were talking about, are you done? You finished?
Even Kanye, didn't have ghostwriters in the beginning, and he still had hits. So I'm not saying that like everybody co-writes, even comedians.
And I'm not saying there's anything. You're the one who brought it up. You said Pusha T. I didn't even say nothing.
But Drake didn't go say, "Yo, Jay-Z, can you come help me?" Pusha T was already a solidified artist. You know what I mean? Like, and he was recognized.
Kanye was writing, and he was making. X to the is O, E to the is A. But she's like,
no doubt. But he had to get. Do you know most of his artists and good music write for him? Big Sean, Sci-Hi to Prince, Pusha T. These are people he had to get into his camp. We're not talking about these guys ain't scrubs. Those guys ain't scrubs. Hold on.
If we're gonna look at hip hop music and hip hop history. When was good music established and seen? By then, to me, after my Twisted and Dark Fantasy, what other real big songs did Kanye have on the radio that were like hits?
None. But he was probably working.
But that's when good music was like popping.
Man, they were working with him before. They just got it on. They just got it on paychecks, bro.
Big Sean didn't come up anywhere during graduation. Big Sean was nowhere to be seen during Dark and Twisted Fantasy. He wasn't out yet.
Absolutely. But Pusha T
or he wasn't as big yet.
And I'm not saying they wrote all his songs, but he needed those people to get him over the hump.
Bro,
man.
I know, but you're saying
Sci-Hi said himself that he writes for him. All these guys.
But you're trying to validate that, but because these rappers have set themselves apart as being lyrically known artists. How do you know that these guys in Drake's camp held back on their career because they said, you know what? I can get further. Maybe I don't have the voice, but I can get further writing for him. Maybe I could have a big album or be known as
and
a
they did
lyrically
do
known.
that. And they did do that. The Weeknd did that. Bryson Tiller tried it, but you know how that went.
Yeah, Bryson Tiller, I rate him too, man. He was good. I liked him as an artist, but
So
they made a lot of
these
comparisons.
guys. These guys all got their fame because of Drake, right? These guys, the Kanye West camp already had their fame, and then Kanye was like, "All right, just saying, Drake over Ye, Drake over Yeezy," and I like Yeezy. I love College Dropout.
Anyways, yeah, College Drop. Yes.
Love it.
I love late registration.
Late Registration's a banger.
Because it has the skits is why I love it so much. Nobody does skits anymore. I actually Joyner did skits, which I was very happy with in this album. So like we were saying before, in Too Hot to Handle, when you guys actually brought up that they broke up for a little bit or something like that.
Yeah, they broke up for a few months. She went there. They said they would be better as friends, maybe, or something.
Right.
And then, yeah.
Question: can you be upset with a partner for what they did while not being exclusive or while you guys were broken up?
No.
Or
so
right, I'm waiting for Clutch.
Somebody do a scenario, and we'll go off of that scenario.
No, because I'm waiting because last time when we said give your wifey an OnlyFans, Clutch is like, well, depends. So I'm waiting for Clutch's. It depends.
If they hit your friends.
If it's one of your friends, then it's a
one
problem.
Of your friends? Okay, give
vice versa.
Give a hypothetical scenario.
You're on the dating app, whatever, and then you see your ex-partner's friends on the dating app, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, if you're with friends, yeah, that one would sting a little bit, man. That's
so if you guys were with somebody and then they broke up with you, and then you guys got back together, and then she said,
I don't want to know. I don't even want to know.
You don't want to know?
I don't
you're
even
trying to be
know.
like, what's that song? I don't want to know.
Joe.
Is it Joe? So you don't want to be Joed?
I don't want to be Joed.
Like I said in the last episode, can you be mad at me if I said you making me wait 90 days? And I was like, yeah, not exclusive though. Can you be mad at me for that? Is that okay? Should I have been exclusive to them?
I don't know. By the way, I don't want to know is Mario Winans.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Mario.
So you don't want to get Mario Winans. Mario Winans. Yeah, it would sting, boy. I'm not gonna lie. Would you be okay with it?
Ooh.
Me?
Oh.
Arliss.
Fuck no. If you do, and if we break up and you want to get back with me, you best not be seeing no other nigga, no nothing. You better come back as clean as a whistle. I am not.
That's clean.
The thing is,
that vinegar. Let's get that vinegar.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, bro, man, no, fuck all
Yo,
that.
he wants you to come back
cleaner than you were. I want you to come back a virgin. No, but like, I honestly, I never go back anyway. So if we break up, it's a wrap anyways. But if you wanted a chance,
you've never gone back. You've never broken up with an ex-girlfriend and gotten back with her.
Never. And I never do that. Never go back.
Never
go back. It's my rule.
Very
never go back. I have a rule that's once it's over.
A couple times.
I ain't
gonna lie. I've gone back
of course, most people do. But I have a rule that says when it's over, it's over. A relationship's over when you think it's over.
I've gone back for bad reasons because it was more of the forbidden fruit. I seen it with somebody and I was like, nah, I can't have this. I said,
so you guys got back into a relationship?
We got back and then we realized this is still not gonna work.
So it was over once the first breakup, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, like it was so overall it was a year relationship, but then we broke up maybe for like a couple months and then Nah, that he a lame. Listen.
Yeah, that's my philosophy. Once you break up, that's it. That's it. There's no sense in going back because odds are it's gonna end the same way, and it almost always does.
Yeah.
So, I know a couple people who's gone back and they've been together forever.
Yeah, true. Because like it all depends on timing, right? Like maybe at that point in time, it just wasn't working, and then
now what if it was somebody that you didn't know?
Like whatever. Before that they did it with someone I didn't know.
Yeah, that you didn't know. Now there's different levels because, but I don't understand the whole break concept. That doesn't make any sense.
No, hold on. There is no break. There is no such thing as a break. Once you break, you better pick yourself up and find someone else. Because there is no break. It's not school. It's not school. You don't break for 2 weeks.
You don't get recess.
And then come back and everything's hey Adam, how's it going? How's
no. Not even that. We don't kick cat. Okay.
No, there's no 4 bars. There's no 4 bars. No, none of that. But I got bars.
We don't kick cat. We don't do none of that. So it would sting, man. I don't know if I knew it was on my brethrens. Nah.
But then again, if it was one of your brethrens, he shouldn't even be like entertaining that.
Right.
You know, he should be like, yo, if you know, not the whole if he's on a dating app, whatever, but if whoever it all depends on who hits who first.
Yeah, but you need to if you're my boy,
depends on who hits who first.
Oh, that's like the unsaid.
That's what I'm saying though, because
with your boy's homie.
But that's what I'm saying. If your ex hits up your boy, and he doesn't hit you up to be like, yo, so and so hit me up, like
can I smash?
Yo, you guys think like, and there has to be a level of separation because I don't call Arliss. Do I call C and see how she's doing and check up on her?
No,
I don't call Mike's girl and be like, yo,
wait a minute,
what up,
you make phone calls? I thought we live in a texting world, bro.
No, I don't call Jew and be like, yo, what up, girl? Juju wasted. Like, no, I don't do that. You know what I mean?
My cousin said something like that. He said, it's weird if you message someone else's girlfriend and say just to shoot the shit.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. Like
because then that shows that
hold on. Now,
in a sense.
Specify. We're talking about your homie's significant other. Because now, would it be weird to you if your homies with a girl, best friends with a girl, and you become brethren with a guy? Now, are we being biased in that standard? Because
hold on.
We're all talking about the perspective of we're homies with a guy, and it's disrespectful to message your boy's girlfriend. But then we're saying
I don't think it is
girlfriend. Hold on, girlfriend or ex,
or ex even.
Because I don't know if you remember Arliss, but that actually happened.
With what?
I matched with.
Oh,
I remember I showed you.
Yeah, but
this actually happened.
That's kind of different because that wasn't like my thing.
But it happened like later on. Yeah, no, that this is a real
it happened between the two of you.
This actually
bro,
happened.
this is you can't bring up unplugged topics on serious business. And not so serious
now, if you want to catch more episodes like this, make sure that you tune in to Serious Business Unplugged, coming to you very soon. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programs. So, guys, as we were saying.
Yes. Would you be upset if?
Yeah, sorry, I blanked. I'm sorry.
So okay? If your ex, I'm blank too. I have no idea.
If you're okay, you cannot. But I was even saying the mere fact that I wouldn't even start the relationship of the friendship where I'm not gonna message my boys. Like I don't have my boys. Even if I have my boys' girls, number, I don't text her, I don't call her. It's different from sending an Instagram video because, mind you, I'm not just sending it to you. I'm sending it. There's a list of people I send my Instagram funny things to or whatever.
So
hold on. Here's the exception. Here's the exception.
Not special.
Here's the exception. What if you and your boy's girl were friends before your boy?
Yeah.
Then that's what I'm saying. That's different because you mean saying? Like you hold on. Wait, you're saying you had the same type of relationship with both of them before they got together? Then that's on the guy. He has to figure that out. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
Be okay with that.
I personally
the guy has to be okay
care.
with that.
I personally don't
because I've been I got a homegirl. Shout out to Lisa. And I've been homies with the guy she was dating, and we were like actually boys. But it was up to him. Obviously she would hit me up and be like, yo, he think this and he think that. And it's like, what? I'm not even like,
yeah.
You're hooking me up with your friends. Why would I try to go for you? Like, what are we talking about?
You're not even on that wavelength. Like, I don't even look at you. Like, when I talk to my friends' girlfriends or my cousins' girlfriends or whatever, I'm not even looking at you in that way at all. Like, it's like a different type of a relationship. It's like, it doesn't even cross my mind.
How can I get stiff from that? So
it's just like you're like a family. Family.
The same way same way I talk shit and make fun of him. You getting it too.
You're getting it. You're getting it.
So
that's why that shit doesn't bother me. But I mean,
yeah. Next question. I was thinking about this one. Culture-wise, what things have you guys brought from your upbringing in terms of your culture and the way you do things into your house or with your kids specifically?
Seasoning.
Seasoning.
Bro,
only because last week my baby mom sent me a video of my daughter eating pasta. My daughter loves pasta.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, who makes better pasta, mommy or daddy? I wasn't even doubting.
Worried.
My daughter looks at the camera. Dada.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, my baby mom makes pretty bomb pasta too as well.
Right.
But
it can't compare.
Kids don't lie.
Can't compare. Kids don't lie, actually.
Kids don't lie.
Yeah, no. Seasoning. What else?
Well, seasoning was a joke, but food in general, our rich history of certain types of food, like oxtail brought that for the first time, and when you give somebody oxtail for the first time, they just float.
My daughter hasn't had oxtail yet, but I know once she has it,
dog.
My daughter, we went to the store. Oh yeah, we went to the store a couple months ago. My daughter, and then she was like, I was like, yeah, I was buying oxtail. I was like, yeah, let me get that oxtail, whatever. And she's like, wait a minute, you mean it's the tail of an ox?
Who said that?
So let's just clarify for the people. Then oxtail is not from the butt.
No, it's tail.
Think that.
Some people do, man.
Because of the name. Because of the name, they think it's the butt.
Tail, like the back end, I guess. Okay.
Yes, but that's not the case.
Listen, oxtail. It's one of those things. I always think about oxtail, I knew I love.
Think for the Italians, for our Italian listeners, oxtail for us is your ossobuco. Is lamb shank marinated in some sort of liquid that falls off the bone.
Clutch, you're pissing me off with this. You know what the people are asking for? They're asking for a Cooking with Clutch episode, and you are depriving us.
Well, they ain't asking me. I don't know who they asking, but they ain't asking me. So like I said, if you want to hit me up, follow my Twitter at It's Clutch Time. Follow my Instagram at It's Clutch Time.
Oh man!
And if you game, follow me on Cocoloso Clutch.
Cocoloso.
So, I knew that I loved oxtail when somebody brought up the possibility and the benefits of becoming a vegetarian or more so a vegan. The first thing, bro, this is how I knew I love oxtail. The first thing I thought of.
Before you say that, do you know what the difference is?
Of course.
What's the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian?
Vegans do not eat anything that was made by animals. So they don't drink milk. They don't eat eggs. They don't eat cheese. They don't
animal products. Anything made with animal products.
Yes, anything from animals. Anything that's from animals. So it's a lot of lettuce. Now, the first
rabbit food.
Essentially.
Bro, the way I was almost in tears thinking about how I had to give up oxtail. That's how I really
I can't do it. I can't do it, man.
But I loved oxtail deep, deep, deep down in my soul. You know that
roots.
Yo, that old gospel song, deep down. I don't know how it goes, but yeah. Anyway, Clutch brought up Jesus twice in the episode, so I might as well just a third time.
Yeah. What else did you bring up? Culturally, food,
the way you rear them,
music,
the way they are in the house, music.
Bro, can I just take this moment to highlight that our culture is the greatest culture ever, man.
Culture.
Like, we got the best food. I don't care what anybody says. We got the best food. We got the best music. We got the best fashion sense. We got the best everything.
We got the best parties. We got the best, because our parties are like the Mexicans. They last for weeks, days. Like,
I'm just saying, man. I appreciate our culture because we right now we run things, bro.
Yeah, we are. It's true. It's true. There's culture vultures everywhere because everybody. And I, you know the song, from Aristocrats. I mixed it up and I was thinking, everybody wants to be a black because the black's the only black who knows where it's at.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Trendsetters, man. Trendsetters, bro.
So that's what it is, man. Yeah, it's so funny. Anything else you guys would or
oh, we have a guest. Come on in, guest. Come on in.
All right.
We got Pops as the guest.
All right, Pops. We see you.
How's it going?
Ivy can making a quick cameo. Right. And with that,
cameo's gone.
And with that, we will end this week's episode of Serious Business, the Not So Serious podcast. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media platforms, our Twitter @SeriousBiz_pod, our Instagram @SeriousBusiness Podcast. Make sure that you spell business BIZNESS, and on our YouTube, make sure that you subscribe, you give us a thumbs up, you share it, which is Serious Biz. And all of what we talked about, Arliss sniffing a little bit of crack cocaine and doing some heroin and saying that NSYNC is better than Backstreet Boys and trying to argue that Drake has more slaps than
That's not even an argument, but yeah.
Even through us talking about how Denzel really should be the new Scarface or more so Johnny Depp, if you're going to stick with the Caucasian flavor. We really and truly do hope that you take us seriously. But at the same time, we hope you don't. Thank you for listening. And we out.
Stay on the lookout for that Serious Business Unplugged. You're not even going to know when it comes out. It's just going to be like...
It's going to hit you in the head like I said. If I ain't saying, they ain't paying.
I ain't saying.
I think it's the other way around. But anyways, thank you for listening. And we out.
Like 3 strikes.
Jinx, you owe me a drink.
Bang, bang, bang.